Okay, everybody. Hello. This is Gierayg. We're going to go through our first trumpet lesson together for those that are interested in learning about the trumpet or how to play it, or just to improve on playing the trumpet. For those of you who don't know, this is a trumpet. It's kind of like a cornet. It's a little bit longer than the cornet. It's in the brass family. The brass family consists of the slide trombone, the tuba, baritone, French horn, trumpet, piccolo trumpet, cornet, valve trombone, several brass horns. A lot of people tend to mix up the two between woodwinds and brass because a saxophone is made out of brass, but it has what's called a reed mouthpiece. In order for a horn to be considered in the brass family, it has to have what's called a cup mouthpiece. This is a cup mouthpiece, what a cup mouthpiece looks like. So, when you look at the trumpet, you'll notice that it has 3 valves. And out of the 3 valves, when you're not pushing any of them, that's called the open position. It's open. This is valve number 1, the closest valve to the mouthpiece. Valve 2 and valve 3 is the valve that's closest to the bell. So you have 3 valves. So you might be asking yourself, well, how do you produce all the notes from A to G with all the flats and the sharps in between? That's done by a combination of fingering and the range in the mouthpiece that you loosen and tighten your lips. Like for example, here's a low C. See, both of those were C's. I just took it up an octave. So if I was to play, that's a C on the trumpet, but it's a concert B flat. So if I was to play a concert B flat scale, I would play from a low B flat all the way to a high B flat. That's called a scale. When you go up, just like singers do, and on any instrument, pianos you learn scales, guitars you have to learn scales. On all instruments you have to learn scales, and it's important that you learn scales in all keys. What are keys? Keys are pitch. It's the different sound. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are the first 7 letters in the English alphabet, and those first 7 letters apply to all pitch, universal in all music, at least internationally. I'm not going to go as far as to say universal because I don't know what people on different planets, if they exist, what they call their notes. But anyway, so you have different key changes. So now I'll play a C scale for you. Then I'll go up a half step. So that basically is how you produce the sounds, and by different combinations of the valves, like I can push 2 by itself, 1 by itself, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3. And remember how I'm producing the sound and the pitch between the highs and the lows. On the low notes, my lips are looser in the mouthpiece. When I go to higher notes, I'm just simply tightening my lips up. So that's how you produce the sound in the trumpet. A lot of times when you go to a show just to see a band play, you don't see what happens behind the scenes. They have to do a sound check first, and everybody has to warm up. You always have to warm your instrument up, whether it's a horn, the drums, the guitar, whatever you're playing. A band always warms up first. So before you just try to jump out there and start recording yourself or playing yourself, make sure that you warm up properly before you do anything. So these are just some different warm-up techniques on the trumpet that might help you along. Okay, I'm going to show you what's called a chromatic scale. And a chromatic scale means you're playing every note in between every octave. So if I start on a B flat, I'm going to end up on a B flat. If I start on a C, I'm going to end up on a C. If I start on a low D, I'm going to end up on a high D, and etc. All the way. Same rule applies from A to G. So here's a chromatic scale. I'm going to start on a B flat, concert B flat. And basically that's it right there. Those are all of the notes right there. When you play a chromatic scale, you play all the notes that exist. So from concert B flat all the way up, I just hit every note for you that exists. Of course, you play in different ranges and different octaves. Now what you'll notice is rhythm. Just like when you're listening to a drum beat, you have what's called quarter notes. And that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why you see people tapping their foot. And when people dance, you dance to the beat of the drums, to the rhythm of the music that's being played. Well, the same rules apply when you're playing the music. You have notes. You have whole notes. You have half notes. You have quarter notes. So basically what you're doing is just basic mathematics. You're taking a whole piece of pie or a whole silver dollar. You're cutting it in half. Then you're cutting it in quarters. Then you cut it in eighths. Then you cut it in sixteenths. Then you cut it in 32nds. Then you cut it in 64ths. So that's all we're doing to produce different beats and rhythms in the notes. So like here's a whole note. That was 4 counts. Here's a half note. Here's 2 half notes and 4 counts. Here's 4 quarter notes. Now, when you count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you say, well, how do I count if I'm dropping, if I'm tapping my foot and every time my foot goes down, that is considered a beat? Well, you have to subdivide the beats. So when you go down is 1, up is and, down is 2, up is and, down is 3, up is and, down is 4, up is and. So that's how you count eighth notes. It'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And it'll sound like. And so on. And of course, the shorter the length of the value gets, the smaller the denomination of the fraction is. So that means eighth notes are shorter than quarter notes, 16th notes are shorter than eighth notes, 32nd notes are shorter than 16th notes. So what you do in a trumpet, in a mouthpiece, is what's called tonguing. You have double tonguing, you have triple tonguing. When you play triplets, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In some time signatures you read music, you might see 6, 8 instead of 4, 4, which we'll go into that later when I have time to show you sheet music and how to read a key signature. Now I know I'm a little too close to the mic right now, so it's going to sound kind of distorted. So when you listen to the playback, just turn your volume down, and I'm going to see how this comes out. But I just wanted to introduce those that are interested to learning a little bit about the brass horn family, in particular trumpet. And I'll be playing some other stuff. I'm going to have to step back further from it so the clarity of the melodies that I'm playing comes out clear. So I hope that you reach your endeavors as a musician, as an inspiring recording artist, singer, whatever you do, play guitar, just practice. If you sing, sing. If you rap, rap. If you write, write, and do a lot of it. Everything that you do in entertainment requires a lot of work. So I wish you all the best of luck out there. Peace. See you later.